Hey there, and welcome back to Sleepy History. Tonight, we're drifting into a different kind of sea. Not one of calm waves and warm breezes, but of shadows, storms, and silent knives. You may think pirates lived wild, free lives filled with treasure and laughter. But the truth was far colder, wetter, and lonelier. So dim the lights. Maybe pull your blanket a little tighter and let your mind relax as we sail slowly into the forgotten life of a medieval pirate. It begins, not with a roar of cannons or a splash of blood, but with the slow creak of wood and the distant cry of gulls. The sea is gray. The sky is gray. The deck beneath you is damp and splintered, rocking gently as if unsure of its direction. You wake in a hammock that sags too low. The ropes creak with every movement. A single rat watches you from the corner, bold and uninterested. This is normal. There is no bed, no pillow, no privacy. Just canvas stretched between two beams, and the faint scent of mildew mixed with salt and sweat. You have not bathed in weeks. No one has. Your hair is matted. Your clothes are stiff. The air is warm, but your skin is cold. You pull on your boots, though one has a hole. You do not tie them. There are no laces. The ship sways. It always sways. The sea has moods. Today, it is patient. Tomorrow, it may not be. You duck beneath a low beam and climb to the deck. The sun does not greet you. Clouds cover everything. Rain threatens. Again. The crew moves slowly, without words. They do not need them. Everyone knows their place. You are not new, but you are not trusted either. Trust is expensive out here. The captain is not on deck. He rarely is. When he speaks, it is short. When he looks at you, it is shorter. He wears the same coat every day. No buttons, just stains. He does not smile. Pirates do not smile. Not in the morning, not without reason, and there are few reasons. You take your place near the railing. Your hands find rope, always rope. The ship is a maze of knots. Everything must be tied. Everything must be checked. Loose sails mean broken masts. Broken masts mean death. There is no shore nearby, just water. Too much water, always moving, always cold, always deeper than it looks. The man beside you spits overboard. He says nothing. You nod. He does not nod back. That is enough. He carries a knife, always visible. You carry one too, though smaller. Yours was stolen. His was earned. There is a difference. Breakfast is not served. It is taken. Hard bread from a barrel. Salted fish from a sack. The bread is gray. The fish is dry. You chew because it is food, not because you want to. A tooth aches. You ignore it. There is no help for teeth, or anything else. You drink water from a flask that smells like old leather. It is warm. Everything is warm. Even the wind. Even the sickness. A boy vomits near the mast. No one helps him. He will clean it. Or he will be hit. Or both. You keep chewing. A gull lands on the railing. It watches. It waits. Then it flies away. You envy it. It has wings. You have rope burns, and a bruise from yesterday's barrel. The bruise is yellow now. A good sign. Yellow means healing. Purple means trouble. You know this from experience. Someone shouts. A sail is loose. 3 men run. You do not. It is not your task. Your task is the rope. Always the rope. You pull. You tie. You check. Again. 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 The ship groans. The sea shifts. A wave slaps the hull. No one flinches. That is normal. The quartermaster walks by. He counts with his eyes. Rations. Men. Weapons. Not names. Never names. He stops at you. Says nothing. Moves on. You keep working. You do not stop. Not for questions. Not for fear. Not for anything. Midday comes without warning. The sun is still hidden. The sails are full. The wind has returned. The captain appears. He says one word. East. That is enough. The helmsman turns the wheel. The ship obeys. You do not ask why. Pirates do not ask. They follow or they vanish. The wind holds steady. The sails are full. The ship leans slightly to starboard, the way it always does when the hull is heavy. No one speaks of the weight. No one asks what was stored in the barrels last week, or where the extra food went. Questions are dangerous. Curiosity is a hole in the hull. It lets things in. You return to the ropes. One is frayed. You note it. You do not fix it. That is someone else's task, or no one's. Some things do not get fixed. They just remain, like the cracked beam near the captain's door, or the knife stuck in the mast, rusted and forgotten, or the blood near the railing, half scrubbed. Too old to worry about, too fresh to ignore. A bell rings. Not a loud one, just a small bell. Near the galley. It means water. You take your turn. The water is brown. It tastes like wood. You drink half and save the rest. The cup is metal. Dented. Cold. Your hands are not clean, but that does not matter. No one is clean. The cook passes by. He carries a pot. It smells like old fish and onions. He says nothing. He never does. His face is marked. A burn, maybe. Or acid. Or something worse. You do not ask. No one does. The food he makes is always warm. Never good. Warm is enough. You eat in shifts. You sit near the lower deck stairs, where the lantern barely flickers. Your bowl is wood. A chip at the edge catches your lip. You taste blood. You do not mind. The stew is thin. A sliver of something floats in it. You hope it is fish. You eat anyway. Hunger does not care what it consumes. A man coughs behind you. Wet. Loud. Endless. He leans against the wall. His skin is pale. His eyes do not focus. He will be dead soon. You know it. He knows it. He eats slowly. Like it matters. You look away. No one offers him help. There is no help to give. The ship creaks louder. Wood against water. Rope against rope. The sky darkens. Evening comes early. It always does at sea. The clouds gather. The gulls are gone. You feel the change. Everyone does. No one says it. The weather speaks first. Rain begins. Slow. Then harder. You close the hatch. You check the sails. You tie what needs tying. Your boots soak through. You do not stop. You cannot. The deck is slick. A man slips. He curses. He rises. His arm bends wrong. He does not scream. Someone binds it. A cloth. Tight. He will not work tomorrow. Maybe not again. Night settles in. The lanterns swing. Shadows move in the corners. You sit by the stairs. Your shift is done. Your hands are raw. You pick at a splinter. It does not come out. You leave it. Some things are easier left inside. The rain drums against the boards. The sails flap in rhythm. The sea does not sleep. It turns. It hums. It waits. You lean back. Your hammock calls, but you do not move yet. The night is quiet in a way that suggests listening. You wait with it. Below deck, men murmur. A card game, a soft song. Someone sharpening a blade, the sounds of a ship not sinking. That is enough. You reach your hammock. It is wet. You lie in it anyway. Your back hurts. Your side stings. Your mind drifts, not into dreams, into memory. A village, a door, a woman with a scar on her neck. You left without goodbye. She did not ask for one. Your eyes close. The hammock sways. It creaks louder in the storm. You are not afraid. Fear is something you felt the first month, or the second. Now, it is just another passenger. You sleep in pieces. A cough wakes you, then a shout, then the silence between. You wake fully when a foot kicks your leg. Morning. Shift change. A face you do not know nods at you. That is the whole conversation. You swing out of the hammock. Your shirt is damp. Your boots are stiff. The ship rocks. You brace without thinking. Habit keeps you upright. Habit keeps you alive. The storm has passed. For now. The clouds remain. The sea is restless. The sails drip. The deck smells of salt, oil, and rot. You pull rope. You tighten knots. Your hands forget the pain. They remember the pattern. Over, under, pull, check. Again. A call goes out. A shape on the horizon. A ship. Far. Small. Maybe nothing. Maybe not. The captain appears. He says nothing. He watches. He squints. Then he nods. That is all. The lookout shouts again. Faster. Clearer. Merchant. Northbound. Fat sails. Slow. The crew moves with purpose. The cannon covers are removed. The powder is checked. You are handed a blade. Not yours. Longer. Sharper. Temporary. You breathe slower. Your pulse stays steady. This is not new. This is the job. Not treasure. Not gold. Not freedom. Just work. Wet. Loud. Violent work. The ship turns. The sails catch. The chase begins. And the sea remains. The sails stretch full. The wood groans. The water parts in long, quiet wakes behind the ship. No one shouts. No one needs to. Every man knows what to do. The wind favors you. For now. The other ship is distant but clear. Pale sails, square hull, low on the water. Merchant. Yes. Fast. No. The captain remains still. His coat is soaked. He does not blink. His hand rests on the hilt of a blade no one has seen drawn in weeks, maybe months. He watches the ship like it owes him something. The lookout calls again. Flags. None flying. Good. That means they are alone. That means There will be no warships nearby. Probably. You never count on probably. You count on weight, speed, direction, and silence. The rest belongs to luck. You hold your rope tight. You glance at the blade tied to your side. It is dull. That does not matter. You will not be the first over, or the second. You know your place. You are mid-crew, not trusted for risk, not spared from it either. The sea narrows. The gap between ships thins. Voices drop. Eyes sharpen. The rain has stopped. The air is heavy, waiting. The clouds part, not fully, just enough for light to touch the sails. The other ship tilts in the wind. Wrong angle. Too late to turn. A man beside you mutters a prayer. Quiet. Not to any god, just to himself. You do not pray. Not anymore. The order comes. One word. Board. Grapples are thrown. Ropes pulled. The ships shudder as they kiss hull to hull. You do not jump. You wait. 3 men swing across. One slips. One lands. One hits hard. Screams rise. Not many. The merchant crew is small, unarmed. One holds a broom. He does not use it. You move. Not fast. Not slow. Steady. You cross on a plank laid across the railing. The sea churns below. A fall means broken bones or broken lungs. You do not fall. The deck is chaos. Feet slip on wet boards. Voices clash. The smell of blood appears. You step around it. You do not look at faces. You do not ask names. A crate is opened. Cloth. Some coins. A box of herbs. The quartermaster grunts. Not great. Not bad. Just something. You carry a sack. You do not know what is inside. You hand it to the man beside the captain. He nods. You return to the merchant ship. You open another crate. Dried fish. The smell stings your nose. Someone nearby vomits. You do not. The captain boards last. He walks the merchant deck like he owns it. In a way, he does. He speaks only once. To the merchant's captain. A tall man with red eyes and white lips. They speak in low tones. You hear one word. Trade. No one laughs. Trade is a word with many meanings. Sometimes it means gold. Sometimes it means life. Sometimes it means both. You do not ask which this is. The crew finishes quickly. The merchant's men kneel. One weeps. The others watch the sea. The pirates return one by one. Sacks in hand. Blades stained or clean. It makes no difference now. You cross back. You drop the sack below deck. You wash your hands in a bucket of rainwater. It is brown. You do not complain. The captain gives the signal. The ropes are cut. The ships separate. No cannon fired. No fire set. Mercy, perhaps. Or laziness. Or a message. No one says. You eat a crust of bread. The fish from the merchant's crate is passed around. It is better than yours. Less salt. Less rot. You chew slowly. The wind rises again. The sails are trimmed. The ship turns south. Another direction. Another chase. Another maybe. You sit by the mast. Your arms ache. Your legs tremble. You do not speak. You sharpen your blade with a stone. Quiet strokes. Even rhythm. The metal still holds. That is enough. A man near you hums. A low song with no words. It drifts in the air like smoke. You close your eyes, not to sleep, just to stop seeing for a while. The sea is calmer. The sky lightens. Not blue, just less gray. The storm has passed. The memory of it remains. You see the merchant captain's face again, the red eyes, the tight jaw. He did not beg. That matters. You will remember that. The crew settles. Some sleep on the deck. Some drink from flasks that never empty fast enough. Some whisper about gold, about home, about nothing. You do not whisper. You sit. You breathe. You wait. Tomorrow may bring wind, or rain, or another ship, or silence. And still, the sea remains. The ship moves slower now, not from damage, just fatigue. The wind has softened. The crew has softened too, not in strength, but in sound. Fewer footsteps, fewer shouts. Only the rope sings. Only the waves respond. You wake before your shift, not from noise, from habit. Your back reminds you why hammocks are not beds. Your shoulders feel uneven. One arm is numb. You swing down, careful not to land on the man sleeping below. He snores with his mouth open. His breath smells like old rum and rotting teeth. You do not judge. You are the same. The deck is cool, damp, always damp. You stretch your hands before touching anything. The salt cracks your skin. Every rope you grip opens it more. You do not wear gloves. No one does. Blood is normal. You check the sails, still holding. The mast creaks. That is normal too. You test the tension. You pull twice. Not, not, not. You step back. A gull circles above. Just one. Just watching. Below deck, someone curses. Loud. Then laughter. Then silence. Someone lost a knife. Or a finger. Or a bet. You do not check. You keep tying. The sun breaks through for the first time in days. It is pale, thin, weak, but still sun. The crew stares without moving. No one cheers. They just blink harder. You eat dried meat for breakfast. It is hard as bone. You chew until your jaw aches. You swallow without tasting. A man offers a sip of water. You take it. It is warm. You nod. He nods back. That is enough. The captain remains inside. He does not appear until midday. He speaks to no one. He leans on the rail. His eyes follow the horizon. He does not blink for a long time. The ship turns slightly. Not a full change, just enough to suggest a thought. The helmsman does not ask why. He shifts course with 2 fingers and 1 boot. The rudder obeys. The sea does not. A barrel rolls near the stairs. Loose. Someone stops it, ties it down. No words spoken. No praise given. This is the way. A boy, barely grown, asks for new boots. His old ones have holes. His toes are purple. The quartermaster laughs once. Not at the boy, just at the question. There are no new boots, only old boots worn by new men. The boy says nothing else. You sit on a crate. It creaks. You listen to the sound of wood against wood, rope against mast, sea against hull. The same song. It never ends. Another ship is spotted before sunset. Far, too far. No chase. Not tonight. The captain watches. says nothing. The lookout says it is fast. The captain does not care. Dinner is quiet. Stew, maybe, or soup, or something in between. It is brown, warm, filling. You eat it with hard bread. The spoon is wood. The bowl is metal. Both are older than you. A man tells a story. Something about a siren, or a dream, or both. He says the sea whispered his name once. He smiled when it did. That is how he lost his eye. No one laughs. No one asks for more. You finish your food. You rinse the bowl in a bucket. The water is thick. You do not flinch. You wipe your hands on your pants. You sit by the mast again. It leans slightly, like a tired man. The stars are out. Just a few. You know none of their names. You never learned them. You do not need them. The sea decides direction, not the sky. A man nearby sings low, a lullaby maybe, or a curse. It is slow. You close your eyes. You do not sleep. You rest. When you open them, the moon is gone. A cloud has taken its place. The air is heavier. The wind has paused. The ship floats like a forgotten thought. The night smells like rope, oil, old fire, and sweat. The same smell every night. The smell of staying alive. You check your blade. Still tied. Still dull. Still enough. You return to your hammock. You swing once, twice. You find the right rhythm. Your shoulder hurts again. You do not shift. You accept it. Sleep comes in short pieces. A creak, a cough, a dream. The same dream. A shore, a house, a voice that says nothing but feels familiar. Then water, always water. You wake before dawn. You do not yawn. You stretch slowly. You rise. You climb. The sky is black-blue. The stars remain. One blinks. Or maybe that is your eye. You begin again. Rope. Sail. Deck. Step. Breathe. And the sea remains. The morning is slower than most. The wind has not returned. The sails hang limp, like old flags after a forgotten war. The ocean is flat. Too flat. The ship does not rock. It drifts. That is worse. You stand near the bow. You look out. There is nothing. No land. No ship. No bird. Just water. It stretches forever. The sky presses down on it. The air is warm, but not kind. It sticks to your skin. A man sharpens his knife near the barrel rack. Not because it needs sharpening. Just because his hands need something to do. The scrape of metal on stone is steady, familiar. You listen without looking. The captain stays below. The helmsman has nothing to steer. He leans against the wheel, his eyes closed, but not asleep. No one is ever truly asleep on this ship, not even in dreams. Breakfast is quiet. The bread is soft today. That is unusual. Someone says the barrel was hidden beneath rope, kept dry. You eat slowly. You savor the softness. It tastes like luck. You know it will not happen again soon. A boy tries to play a tune on a flute. It is broken. One note repeats, sharp and wrong. He keeps playing anyway. A man takes the flute, tosses it overboard. No one laughs. The boy does not ask why. He just nods. The sea begins to move again. Barely. A ripple. A hint of something. The crew looks up. Eyes narrow, shoulders tense, wind is breath. Too little, and the ship suffocates. You check the rigging. One rope is loose. You tighten it. The knot slips once. You try again. Slower, tighter. It holds. You test it twice more. You step back. The sails twitch, then rise. The crew straightens. No cheers, just motion. Action is louder than joy. The ship leans left. The rudder groans. The wheel turns. Direction returns. Speed does not. The captain steps onto the deck. His coat is buttoned. That is new. His boots shine, but not with polish. With oil, maybe blood, maybe both. He walks past you. He does not speak. You do not look. His silence is enough. The lookout calls. A fin. One, then two. Sharks. Common this far out. They follow the ship sometimes. Waiting. Watching. Feeding when the sea offers something to chew. You do not stare long. Sharks mean nothing unless someone falls. Then they mean everything. The day passes like a long breath held too long. You tie, you lift, you step, you sweat. Midday heat curls around your chest. Your skin burns. Your clothes stick. You drink slowly from a leather pouch. The water inside is hot. It helps anyway. A man collapses near the steps. Not from injury, just heat. Two others lift him, drag him to shade. He does not resist. His hands twitch. His lips are dry. He will survive. Or not. No one says. The ship turns slightly again, toward something, or away. You do not know. Evening comes with wind, small but strong enough. The sails pull. The ship answers. The ocean opens its mouth. The journey resumes. Dinner is stew again. Thinner. Fewer chunks. More broth. You slurp quietly. The bowl is warm in your hands. That is the best part. A man talks about a port. 2 weeks away. Maybe less. He says there are women there. Real ones. Not the kind made from memory. Not the kind that vanish when you blink. You do not answer. You do not need women. You need boots. Soap. A fire that does not move. The captain listens from the stairs. His face unreadable. His hands behind his back. His shadow stretches longer than his body. He turns and leaves. You rinse your bowl. The bucket water smells sour. You rinse anyway. You wipe your mouth with your sleeve. The cloth is stiff. You throw it down. You do not pick it back up. Night falls without stars. Clouds cover the sky. The moon is only a smear. The sea glows faintly. Phosphorescence. Algae. Or something older. You walk the deck once. Twice. You count the steps between the mast and the bow. 21. Same as yesterday. That is good. You check your hammock. Still there. Still holding. You climb in. The canvas is warmer tonight. You wonder why. You close your eyes. You hear a splash. Not near, but not far. You do not move. You wait. The ship creaks. The wind sighs. And the sea remains. The splash fades. Or maybe it never happened. Sounds on the sea are slippery. They echo off the waves and vanish before you can catch them. You lie still, listening. But the ship is quiet again. Only the wind returns your questions, and it never speaks clearly. You rise before the bell. You always do. The sky is gray. The deck is gray. Your thoughts are gray too. You put on the same shirt, the same boots. The left one still leaks. You tell yourself you'll patch it tomorrow. You won't. A man is already at the helm. His hand rests loose on the wheel. He hums without moving his lips. You recognize the tune. A death song from the coast. No one remembers the words, only the shape of the sound. The sails are full. The ship moves steady, not fast, not slow, balanced, like a coin that never lands. Breakfast is served by a different man, the cook's apprentice. The cook is gone. No one says why. No one asks. The food tastes the same. Bread, dried fruit, something that may have once been meat. You chew until it softens. You swallow without complaint. A man near the mast retells the story of the siren. He adds a detail. Her hair was red. Last time it was black. Next time it will be gold. No one notices. No one cares. The captain stands at the front of the ship. He wears gloves now. Leather. Tight. Clean. That's not a good sign. Gloves mean action, or punishment, or both. You spend the morning fixing rope. There is always rope. It twists. It frays. It waits to betray you if you forget it. You cut the worst sections. You coil the rest. You burn the ends. Smoke rises in thin gray ribbons. A boy drops a crate. The sound is loud. The crew flinches. The crate did not break. The boy did. Not in body, in spirit. He picks it up. He says nothing. No one helps him. That is the way. The lookout shouts near noon. Land, far, but real. A dark edge on the horizon. No flags, no smoke, just shape. The crew moves quickly. Lines are checked. Blades are tied tight. Mouths close, eyes narrow. The captain steps back from the rail. He nods once. That is all. The island is small, sharp, black cliffs and no harbor. Just a curve in the stone and a spot deep enough to anchor. You've seen worse. You've seen better. You've never seen this one. The ship slows. The anchor drops. The chain grinds loud against the silence. No one speaks. A small boat is lowered. 4 men climb in. The captain is not among them. You are not among them. You are glad. The boat rows to shore. It looks smaller than it should. The island looks bigger. The sky is darker. You watch. Time passes. The wind dies again. The ship rocks gently. You eat a strip of something dry and brown. It sticks to your teeth. You drink water that tastes like iron. You do not spit. The boat returns near dusk. 2 men are missing. The others say nothing. The quartermaster holds a sack. He does not explain. The captain nods. That is enough. Dinner is late, thinner than usual. You finish quickly. The salt makes your mouth dry. You drink again. You think about the island. You do not ask. The crew is restless. A man paces the rail. Another sharpens a hook. A third mends a torn coat that was never his. You sit still. You feel the wood beneath you. You listen to the sea press gently against the hull. The captain disappears below. the quartermaster stays above. He watches the horizon. There is nothing there. Not now. You walk once around the deck, just once. Enough to remind your legs they are still yours. You check your hammock. Still there. Still warm from the sun. You lie down without undressing. The stars peek through the clouds. A few, not enough to guide, just enough to remind. Your thoughts drift. To the island, to the boat, to the men who did not return. Their names are already gone. You hear someone cough. You hear the sea breathe. You hear your own heart. Then silence. Then sleep. And the sea remains. The bell rings late. No one rushes. The ship is still anchored. The island remains. Its cliffs sharp. Its shadows longer than the morning should allow. You rise slowly. Your shoulders crack. Your breath feels thick. You taste salt, not from the sea, from your skin. The deck is damp. It hasn't rained. The air just clings harder today. The ropes feel heavier. The boards darker. You stretch without reason. The sails hang slack. You count 3 gulls above. They do not cry. They just glide, watching, drifting, waiting. The captain appears. No coat, no gloves. His sleeves are rolled to the elbow, his face unreadable. He looks toward the island, then toward the boat. He does not speak. He never explains anything important. The quartermaster speaks instead. One word. Sure. This time, you are chosen. You do not nod. You simply move. Rope, satchel, blade. You join the group. 5 men, 1 boat. The oars creak. The sea is too calm. That is worse than rough waves. It means nothing hides the sound. The island rises as you near it, bigger than it looked. A cliff wall straight up. The landing is a crack in the rock, barely wide enough. Black sand. No vegetation. No birds now. No noise. Just water slapping stone. You jump into ankle-deep surf. It chills your bones. Your boots fill with grit. You do not empty them. The air smells different. Old. As if nothing new has grown here in years. You walk with the others. No one leads. You follow instinct. You follow silence. There is a path. Not a clear one. Just flattened stone and a suggestion of steps. The cliffs press in. The light fades. A man ahead lights a torch. You do not like that. The cave is narrow. It opens slowly. The walls are wet. Something drips. You do not look up. You walk deeper. The smell changes. Salt turns to rot. Seaweed. Then something else. Leather, maybe. Or old blood. You stop thinking about it. The man with the torch pauses. He points. A shape. Not moving. Not quite a body. Not quite not. You move around it. No one touches it. You see old cloth. A broken belt. No weapons. Nothing worth taking. That is worse. At the back of the cave is a pile of crates. Small. Damp. Marked with a brand you've never seen. The quartermaster opens one. Inside is cloth. Thick. Fine. Untouched by water. Wrapped in waxed paper. That makes no sense. Another crate. Dried fruit. Still sweet. Another. Metal tools. Sharp. Clean. Another. A book. No title. Sealed in leather. The quartermaster closes it all. He does not explain. He says one word. Back. You do not argue. The walkout feels longer. The shadows feel different. The torch dies as you reach daylight. It wasn't used up. It just stopped burning. The boat rocks in place. Too far from shore. You wade out, waist deep. Your teeth clench. You climb in dripping. You say nothing. The ride back is slow. The sea is quieter. That should be good. It isn't. The captain waits on deck. He says nothing. The quartermaster nods once. The crew unloads the crates. Carefully, like they're heavier than they are. You change your shirt. It's still damp. You sit by the hatch. You clean your blade. You stare at nothing. Dinner is thicker tonight. A good sign. Or a bribe. You eat it anyway. The man next to you asks if you saw anything strange. You say no. You mean yes. But there is no word for it. Night falls fast. The sky turns purple, then black. The wind is gone again. The anchor holds. You do not sleep easily. The hammock swings wrong. Your thoughts twitch. You hear the cave again. The drip. The silence. The thing on the floor. You close your eyes. You breathe slow. And the sea remains. Morning arrives without light. The sky is thick. The clouds do not move. The air presses against your chest. You wake slowly. Your arms feel heavier. Your legs colder. You do not speak. No one does. The ship is still anchored. The island remains in the distance. Smaller now. Or farther. Or both. You do not look at it for long. The crew is quiet. Even the ones who joke do not joke today. The deck feels softer under your feet, the wood damp, but not from rain. Just the air, maybe, or something else. Breakfast is served later than usual. The stew tastes better. That is suspicious. You eat it anyway. Hunger does not care about suspicion. A man says the crates are gone, all of them, locked below. The captain has the key. He never keeps keys. Not before now. The quartermaster walks the deck, hands behind his back, eyes alert. He pauses near the hatch. He listens. He moves on. You tighten the rigging. It does not need tightening. You do it anyway. Your hands need purpose. Idle hands shake. The island fades into mist. The anchor lifts with a groan. The chain scrapes longer than usual. It sounds like a warning. The sails rise. The wind returns, slow, reluctant, but enough. The ship turns east. No one is told why. The captain does not explain. He stands at the helm. He rarely does that. His coat is clean. His gloves are gone. The sea shifts. It no longer rocks. It rolls. A steady rhythm, like breathing. You lean with it. A man coughs. Hard. He leans over the rail. Nothing comes up. He spits blood anyway. He wipes his mouth. Says it's just the air. No one believes him. You check your blade. It is still dull. You do not sharpen it. You like it that way. A bird follows the ship. Just one. It circles 3 times. Then leaves. That feels important. You do not know why. Lunch is just bread. It is dry. That is normal. You chew slowly. You stare at the captain's door. It stays closed. The sky darkens too soon. Not night, just less day. A shadow spreads over the water. You blink. It does not move. You blink again. It's gone. You go below deck. The crates are stacked neatly. No dust. No markings. A small mark on the floor beside them. Just ash. Or maybe ink. You do not touch it. You return topside. You breathe deep. The air still tastes wrong. The crew feels it. Not in words. In movement. In silence. In the way they look at their hands, like something is missing. Dinner is skipped. The cook is missing. No one speaks of it. The apprentice serves a piece of fruit to each man. Overripe. Soft. Sour. You bite into it. It tastes like earth. You finish it. Your stomach turns. You keep standing. The sea is too quiet. No waves slap the hull. The ship glides instead of sails, like something is pulling it gently, slowly, carefully. A man says a prayer, not to a god, to the ship, to the sea, to the silence. The stars do not appear tonight. The sky stays solid. No breaks. No points of light. Just one black dome. The captain lights a lantern. He carries it from bow to stern. He sets it down near the hatch. It flickers. It does not go out. You watch it for too long. The flame moves strangely, like it's trying to speak. You walk away. You lie in your hammock. You close your eyes. You see the island, the cave, the crates, the man who did not return. You open your eyes. The ceiling drips, one drop, then another. You shift to avoid it. You fail. The drip keeps time. You breathe between each one. You do not sleep. You listen, and the sea remains. The lantern is still burning when you rise. It should not be. No one refilled it. No one lit it again. But it burns, low and steady, near the hatch. The flame is pale. It casts no warmth. You step around it. You do not speak. The others see it too. No one moves it. No one looks at it directly. You begin your shift. The ropes are dry. The deck is not. A thin film covers the wood. Not rain. Not dew. Something between. You wipe it with your hand. It leaves no mark. The sails are full again. The wind hums low through the lines. The sound is wrong. Off by a note. Not unpleasant. Just unfamiliar. The captain stands at the helm. His eyes are bloodshot. His beard untrimmed. His mouth never moves, but his lips twitch, like he's repeating something silently. A list. A name. A warning. You do not ask. Breakfast is stale bread and silence. One man chews with his eyes closed. Another eats too quickly and coughs. No one helps him. No one comments. A bird lands on the mast. It has no feathers on its neck. It does not move. It stays until noon. Then it drops. Straight down. No sound. No wings. Just gone. The lookout does not call today. He simply sits. His spyglass is folded shut. His eyes stare at the horizon, but they do not blink. You check your blade again. The edge is rusting. You scrape it with a stone. The rust returns an hour later. You do not try again. The water darkens around midday. Not the color of storm, but depth. The sea turns thick, heavy, slow to ripple. It feels like sailing through ink. It clings to the sides of the ship as it moves. Dragging. The crew notices, but no one says it aloud. Lunch is skipped again. The cook's apprentice lies in the corner near the galley. His face is pale. His lips move. He whispers to no one. You hear nothing. You walk past him. He does not react. The quartermaster gives orders in shorter bursts now. No full sentences. Just gestures and single words. Pull. Tie. Shift. His voice is lower than usual. The wind dies again near evening. The ship keeps moving. The sails flutter once, then settle into stillness. You check the wake. It is gone. The sea is flat behind the hull. Still. Perfect. Unbroken. Dinner is a single boiled root. Bitter. You chew slowly. A man refuses his. He throws it into the water. The captain sees. He says nothing. But the man does not come on deck the next morning. The crew stops asking questions. The lantern remains lit. The sky is still sealed. No stars. No moon. Just an endless dark sheet. Your eyes adjust too quickly. You begin to see too much. You walk the deck once. You pass 4 men. You know their names. You cannot remember their faces. They speak, but the words slide away. You nod. They nod. That is enough. The hatch is closed tonight. Locked from the inside. You do not try to open it. You sit near your hammock. You polish your boots with a scrap of cloth. You do not know why. They are not clean afterward. You lie down without taking them off. You close your eyes. You see the bird, the mast, the man who coughed, the deck, the film, the lantern. You open your eyes. The lantern is still burning. You close your eyes again. You hold your breath. You listen. And the sea remains. The sky does not change. Morning comes without light. Just a shift in the color of darkness. From deep black to deep gray. Enough to know it is time to move. You rise from your hammock. Your back is stiff. Your mouth dry. You do not drink. You do not feel thirsty. The deck is quiet. Not empty. Just quiet. The footsteps are softer. The rope creaks less. The ship rocks, but nothing groans. The wood does not protest. The wind brushes the sails, but does not push. You begin your work. Rope. Tension. Check. Tie. The motions feel distant, like remembering something instead of doing it. Your hands move before your thoughts. No one speaks. The captain does not leave his quarters. The quartermaster moves like a shadow. He watches everything. He speaks to no one. He carries a small notebook now. You have never seen him write in it. Breakfast is not served. No bell. No bowls. A small basket sits near the galley. Inside, a few strips of dried fish. No one stands near it. You take one. You eat slowly. The texture is wrong, like cloth soaked in salt. The crew avoids each other's eyes. Even the man who always whistles does not whistle. The man who counts knots each morning does not count. The man who laughs in his sleep is silent now. You climb to the crow's nest for the first time in weeks. You do not know why. The steps are slippery. You take them slowly. Your hands grip tightly, though the wood is warm from the top. The sea looks the same in every direction. Gray. Still. No horizon. No movement. You scan for land. You scan for sails. You find neither. Below, the ship moves, but leaves no trail. The wake fades instantly. You blink. You look again. Still nothing. The lookout is gone. His coat remains, draped over the rail. You do not ask. You descend before your hands begin to cramp. You land softly. You feel lighter than usual. Lunch is not offered. You do not feel hungry. A few men sit in a circle near the mast. They do not speak. Their eyes are closed. You do not join them. The captain steps out near sunset. His beard has been trimmed. His coat is new, or cleaned, or replaced. He walks the length of the deck. He touches the rail. He says nothing. No one follows. A seagull lands near the prow. It has no eyes. It pecks at a rope, then flies away. You check your blade again. The rust has changed color. Darker, thicker. It flakes off without pressure. The air smells different. Not sea, not wood, not sweat. Something else. Sharp, cold, like stone pulled from deep water. The bell rings once. It should not. No one stands near it. The sound is soft, but clear. The crew freezes, then returns to motion, as if nothing happened. The lantern near the hatch is gone. In its place is a folded cloth. White, clean, untouched. You do not touch it. You lie in your hammock earlier than usual. You do not sleep. You do not feel tired. You close your eyes. You see a stairwell that does not exist. A door that was never built. You walk through it. You do not return. You open your eyes. The ceiling is gone. In its place, dark canvas, or sky, or something between. You lie still. You listen. There are footsteps above. But no one is on deck, and the sea remains. You rise before the bell. But there is no bell. You listen for it anyway. Your ears expect the sound. Your hands expect the rope. Your mouth tastes smoke. But there is no fire. The deck is empty. Not deserted. Just early. The sky is lighter, but not clearer. The sun is a shape behind a veil. It does not shine. It just waits. You walk across the planks. Your boots leave no sound. You check the sails. They are still full. They are still wrong. The wind moves but does not press. The air stirs, but nothing responds. The crew appears slowly, one by one. No greetings, no nods. A man scrubs the rail with a rag. There is no dirt. Another checks a coil of rope, tying the same knot again and again. It is already tight. He keeps checking. You eat something. You do not remember what. It was in your hand. Now it is gone. Your stomach does not care. The captain stands at the helm again. He watches the sea. His eyes are different. Not tired, not angry, just distant. As if he sees something far below, not far away. You pass him once. He does not blink. You do not pass again. Midday brings no warmth, only light without heat. The deck does not dry. The sails drip. You do not know when it rained. The hatch is still locked. The cloth is still folded. Now it has a small stone resting on top. black, smooth. You do not touch it. The quartermaster takes notes in the small book. Once, he writes without looking. The pen moves slowly. His mouth is open, but silent. You carry a bucket below deck. The hold smells like earth now. Not sea, not mold, like caves, like soil, like graveyards. You breathe through your teeth. The crates are still there. Their markings have faded or shifted. You do not stare. You do not stay. You return to the deck. You wipe your hands on your shirt. You do not know why they are damp. A man sings softly near the stern. No words, just sound. A string of notes with no shape. No one tells him to stop. He stops anyway. The ship leans to one side, slight, barely felt. You adjust without thinking. Your legs know the motion, but it does not return to center. Dinner is not served. A small bowl is left near the galley. Inside, a handful of dried leaves. You recognize none of them. No one eats. The sea changes color. Not darker, not lighter, just not blue, not green. Something between, like smoke underwater. You do not ask. The stars return after days of absence. But they are wrong. The patterns are different. The sky feels closer. You stop looking. A shape appears near the horizon, low, still. A black ridge, like a spine. It does not move. The captain does not call for it. The lookout does not name it. You are told to ready the boat. 4 men prepare. You are not among them this time. One man sharpens a blade that shines too much. Another ties coins into a cloth pouch. You do not ask why. The boat lowers into the water without sound. It leaves no ripple. It rows toward the shape. The oars do not splash. The sea makes room for them. You watch until the boat disappears into the black. You do not ask when it will return. The hatch creaks once, still locked, but something behind it moves. You hear it. You feel it. You lie in your hammock. You do not close your eyes. You stare at the space above. The shadows move slower tonight. That is not better. You hear the sails sigh. You hear something below knock once. Wood on wood. Then nothing. The crew sleeps with their boots on now. You listen longer than usual, and the sea remains. The boat does not return. Not in the night. Not in the morning. You wake early. You listen for oars, for voices, for the sound of water disturbed by hands. But there is nothing, just the steady hush of the sea. You rise. You stretch slowly. Your back cracks. You put on your coat. It is damp. You wear it anyway. The deck is still. The sails are limp. The sky is low. A blanket of pale gray covers the world. The horizon is gone. The shape of the island, the ridge, whatever it was, gone too. Erased. You step carefully. Every board feels too soft, like the ship is floating on something other than water, something heavier. Breakfast is a single cup of broth. The taste is bitter. The warmth is real. You hold the cup longer than needed. It burns your hands. You do not mind. The crew works slowly, not tired, just uncertain. A man paints over the ship's name near the stern. black on black. You do not ask why. The captain walks the deck once. He stops at the helm. He grips it tightly. He stares straight ahead. The wheel does not turn. The ship does not move. The quartermaster speaks with no sound. His lips form words. His hands gesture, but no voice follows. The men nod, as if they understand. You check the rigging. The knots hold. The sails droop. The mast creaks too slowly, like it is thinking. The sun remains hidden. The shadows stay soft. The air has no temperature. You cannot tell if you are cold. Below deck, the air is thicker. The crates have shifted, not moved, shifted, slightly turned, angled in new ways, as if they listen or dream. A new sack appears beside them, canvas, heavy, closed tight with twine. You do not open it. You return topside. You rub your eyes. Your vision stings. Salt, maybe, or memory. The deck tilts again, a lean to the left. You brace without thought. It lasts an hour, then corrects. No cause, no reason. A man speaks suddenly, a joke. Loud. Laughter follows. 3 men join in. It sounds wrong. Not bad, just wrong. Too sharp. Too quick. Then silence. The man who joked walks below. He does not return. Lunch is dried bread again. Hard enough to hurt your teeth. You chew slowly. A tooth cracks. You press your tongue to it. You do not spit. The sky turns darker in the afternoon, but not from clouds. Just dark. Like color being drained. Like light giving up. The ship stops moving. No anchor, no change in wind, just stillness. You hold your breath. You hear nothing, not even the sea. The quartermaster drops his book. He does not pick it up. No one touches it. A gull flies overhead. It has too many wings. You blink. It is gone. Dinner is skipped again. No bowls. No voices. The galley is empty. You do not feel hunger. A new sound begins after dusk. A hum. Not from below. Not from above. From inside. Inside the ship. Inside the wood. Inside your bones. You sit near the hatch. It is open now. Just a crack. You see nothing. But you smell something. Sand. Smoke. Salt. Time. You do not look inside. The crew gathers near the mast. No one leads. No one speaks. They stand. They wait. For what? You cannot say. The captain remains below. The quartermaster faces the sea. His hands behind his back. His shirt torn at the collar. His hair is wet. It has not rained. You lie down in your hammock. You do not remove your coat. You keep your boots on. You hear breathing. Not yours. Not near you. Just around. The sails twitch. The ship groans. The stars are gone again. You close your eyes, and the sea remains. The morning does not arrive. Only time. Only a shift in shade, from near black to near gray. You rise anyway. Your body knows the rhythm, even if the sky has forgotten it. You wash your face with cold water from a barrel. It smells strange, not foul, not fresh, just strange. You do it anyway. The chill wakes you, but not fully. The ship does not move. It rests, weightless, as if suspended. The ropes are slack. The sails hang like forgotten cloth. The crew drifts across the deck, some barefoot, some still in coats. A few speak in whispers, none answer. You see the quartermaster again. He stands by the hatch. He writes in the air with one finger, letters you do not recognize. His lips move, but no sound escapes. He finishes, lowers his hand, and walks away. The cloth near the hatch is gone. The stone is gone. A faint mark remains, like ash rubbed into wood. It does not wipe clean. Breakfast appears without warning. A wooden tray placed near the mast. On it, 7 apples. Green, smooth, unmarked. No one claims to place them. No one sees who takes the first. You take one. You bite. The flesh is soft, but not rotten. The taste is distant, like memory, like fruit you ate long ago, in a different place, with different light. A man leans over the side, not to look, not to vomit, just to be near the edge. His fingers dip into the sea. He pulls them back quickly. His skin is stained black. He does not speak. The wind returns at midday. Soft, careful, it circles the ship instead of pushing it. The sails flutter once, then still. The ship remains unmoving. A low creak begins near the hull. Slow, repeating, like breath through broken wood. You follow the sound. It leads nowhere. It fades when you listen too closely. The captain stands at the helm, but he does not hold the wheel. He faces backward toward the stern. His eyes are closed. His boots are clean. You check the storage room. The crates are now covered with linen, white, perfectly fitted. No corners exposed. You do not lift the cloth. Beside them, a small glass jar sits on the floor, sealed with wax. Inside, a curled strip of parchment. You do not touch it. The air grows thicker in the afternoon. Not hotter, not heavier. Just thicker. Like every breath carries weight. Like each word must be pushed through syrup. You speak only once. A greeting to a man passing by. He does not hear, or chooses not to. Dinner is stew, hot, flavorless. The bowl is wooden, old. The spoon is iron, bent. You eat slowly. The warmth settles in your chest. You do not ask where it came from. The stars appear again, this time too many. The sky is crowded, patterns unknown, lights pulsing gently. One flickers red, then vanishes. A fog rolls in without sound, pale, dry, dense. It hugs the rails. It fills the corners. You see your hands, but not your boots. You tie yourself to the mast tonight. A short rope, loose, but present, just in case. The crew is quiet. Many sleep on the deck now. They say it feels more stable. You lie back. The sky breathes above you. Slow, wide, strange. Your eyes blur. You close them. You hear tapping. Somewhere between wood and thought. Not loud, not sharp, just constant. You drift, and the sea remains. You wake before movement, before sound. You untie the rope around your waist. It is damp, not from fog, from something else. You do not ask what. The fog has not lifted. It has thickened. You can see only 10 paces ahead. The mast fades into smoke. The sails are lost entirely. Your breath feels louder than it should. You move carefully. Your boots make no sound. You reach the rail. The sea is gone, or hidden. You hear it faintly, but you cannot see it. Only a wall of gray. The crew is scattered. Some sleep sitting up. Some walk slowly, hands outstretched, touching wood as they pass. No one speaks. Words would vanish here. The captain remains at the stern. He wears a new coat again, this one trimmed with a color you cannot name. His eyes are open, but they do not see. The wheel turns once. No one touches it. It stops. You pass the galley. A man stands inside. He cuts something unseen. His knife makes no sound. He does not look up. Breakfast is left on the deck. Thin slices of something dried. Not meat, not fruit. You eat it. It crumbles in your mouth. Tastes of salt and nothing. The fog hums now. Not loudly, just beneath the silence. A tone, not low, not high. It settles in your ears and stays there. You cannot ignore it. You check the ropes. Some are wet, some dry. The knots look unfamiliar. You may have tied them. You do not remember. The hatch remains closed. The mark beside it has faded further. It now looks like a shadow, one that does not move when light changes. Below deck, the air has gone still. The crates are gone, or hidden. The cloths remain, neatly folded. The jar is gone. The smell is different. Clean, but not fresh. A single chair sits in the middle of the hold, facing nothing. You do not sit in it. You return to the deck. A bird lands near the prow. Its wings are folded wrong. It does not move. It watches you with eyes like coins. You blink. It is gone. Lunch is skipped. No one asks. No one mentions it. The cook is not seen again. The quartermaster speaks once today. A short word. Drop. He does not say what or where. He writes again in his book. The ink is white. A man throws a bundle into the sea. It floats for a moment, then sinks straight down. No ripples, no bubbles, no sound. You count the crew again. You come up one short. You count again. Now 2. No one panics. The fog shifts in the evening, opens slightly, enough to see another ship, far, motionless. No flag, no sails, just a black outline, a shadow on the gray. You blink. It is closer. Still no movement. Still no sound. You turn to tell someone. When you look back, the ship is gone. Dinner is soup. Thin. Gray. You sip slowly. It tastes like memory. Like something you had once on land. You sit near the mast. The fog presses against the sails. The ropes hang still. The lanterns glow dimly. Their flames do not flicker. A man begins to hum. Others join. No tune. Just breath in rhythm. It fills the air. It replaces the fog. For a moment, the ship feels warm. Then the sound stops. You lie down on the deck tonight. The hammock feels too far away. The wood beneath you is solid, unmoving. The stars are gone again. You close your eyes. The fog presses against your skin. You feel it enter your sleeves, your collar, behind your eyes. You breathe in, and the sea remains. The fog is thicker today. You wake with it in your mouth. in your throat. You cough once. The sound barely rises. It feels like whispering into a blanket. You sit up slowly. The deck is damp. Your clothes are damp. Your thoughts are slow. The sky is the same color as the sea. The line between them is gone. You see a man coiling a rope that has already been coiled. He uncoils it, then begins again. His hands move smoothly. He does not notice you. You nod to him. He does not nod back. The captain is at the rail, his back to the sea, his hands folded behind him. His hat is gone. His hair has grown. His shoulders are still. The wheel turns half a rotation. No one is near it. You hear a knock below deck. Once, then twice, then silence. No one reacts. Breakfast is missing. A small crate is left instead. Inside, cloth, pale gray, folded squares. The crew takes one each. You do too. You place it in your coat. You do not ask why. A low sound begins near mid-morning, like wood bending under pressure. It comes from above, but there is nothing above. You glance up. The sails are gone. No torn fabric. No loose ropes. Just absence. The mast stands bare, smooth, still swaying. No one mentions it. The quartermaster does not appear today. His book is placed on a barrel, open to a blank page. A small pebble holds it down. The pebble is warm to the touch. You leave it alone. The fog brightens slightly by midday. Not sun, just lighter gray. You can see faces again, not clearly, but enough to recognize eyes, mouths, movement. One man whistles a tune from childhood. You know it, but cannot name it. It fades quickly. He does not repeat it. The hatch creaks open. A hand places a bowl outside, then closes. You do not see the face. The bowl contains white cubes, dry, crumbly. You eat one. It melts without taste. The sea is not still. It ripples, but only outward, as if the ship is not floating, but sinking slowly through a softer layer. The edges of the wake curve inward, like closing fingers. You touch the rail. It feels warm, then cold, then neither. You go below. The hold is lit now. A single lantern sways. No flame, just glow. The air smells of books, of paper long shut, of dried ink and old sweat. The chair remains. It faces a new direction, toward the stern. You do not sit. A small package sits on the floor, wrapped in string, unmarked. You leave it untouched. You return above. The ship groans once. A long, low breath. The crew pauses, then moves again. Dinner is water, 1 cup each. Nothing else. It is enough. You sit near the bow. You see a light ahead. Not a ship, not fire. Just light. Hanging. Waiting. It does not move. Neither do you. The fog thins just slightly after dark. Enough to see the stars again. Fewer this time. One winks, then vanishes. You lie down near the hatch. The bowl is still there. Empty, clean. The deck is warmer tonight. You close your eyes. Your heartbeat is slower. Your breath shallower. You dream, but do not remember. You wake once. You think you hear singing, but the sea remains. You do not remember falling asleep. You simply open your eyes. The fog is still here, thinner now, enough to see the full length of the deck, enough to recognize everyone who remains. You count 12 men. There used to be more. You do not speak of it. The ship is silent. Even the sea is quieter than before. You lean over the side. The water does not ripple. It looks like dark glass. You see your reflection, but it does not move when you do. The captain is not on deck. The helm is empty. The wheel no longer turns on its own. A single bell rings from somewhere deep inside the ship. Once. It does not echo. You wait. No one comes up. No one goes down. A black bird circles above. It does not flap its wings. It just glides. Once. Then it disappears behind the mast. You step toward the galley. The door is open. Inside, the table has been set. 12 plates. 12 spoons. Nothing else. No food. No fire. Just the setting. Clean. Still. You do not sit. The quartermaster's book is gone. In its place, a single sheet of paper. Blank. Folded twice. You do not unfold it. You let it rest in the windless air. One man hums under his breath. His hands tremble. He rubs his palms together again and again. You do not ask what he hears. You tighten a line. You tie a knot. You adjust the lantern near the mast. There is no flame, but it glows faintly. Blue, soft, cold. The hatch is closed again, nailed shut. 4 nails, 1 at each corner. The wood smells of earth, damp, living soil. No one approaches it. Lunch is an orange fruit placed at your feet. You did not see who put it there. You peel it slowly. It has no seeds, no bitterness. It tastes like air after rain. The fog lifts slightly in the afternoon. You see the sea again, flat, empty. In every direction, nothing. No ships, no land, no birds. You spot a dark shape far below the surface. It follows the ship's path. Long, thin. It never rises. You look away. You pass the captain's quarters. The door is ajar. Inside, his coat hangs from a hook. His boots are neatly placed beneath. A candle has burned to the base. The wax has pooled and hardened. You do not enter. The crew gathers near sunset, not by order, just instinct. They sit on crates, on the deck, on the steps. No one speaks. No one looks at each other. You sit too. The sky shifts again. A purple tint creeps across the horizon, then fades to gray. A light flickers in the distance, a single point. Orange, then red, then gone. Dinner is not offered. No one moves. The mast creaks once, loudly, sharp and quick. A few men flinch, then silence returns. You lie flat on the deck. You stare upward. The stars are fewer again. The sky feels closer. You close your eyes. You feel movement, but not from the ship. Something else. Something passing through. You open your eyes. Nothing is there. You breathe slowly, and the sea remains. You do not hear the bell, but you wake anyway. Something presses on your chest. Not weight, just presence. It fades as you sit up. The deck is dry. The fog is thinner still. The wood is pale in the low light. The sails remain gone. the mast bare like a skeleton. The ship does not drift. It simply stays. You stand. Your legs ache, as if they walked through the night without you. The sea is not flat anymore. It moves now. Not waves, not current, just motion, like breathing, slow, wide, uneven. You cross the deck. A man stands near the bow. His shirt is wet, his eyes closed, his mouth open, no sound. You call his name. He does not respond. You place a hand on his shoulder. He opens his eyes. They are empty. Then he blinks and walks away. You do not follow. The galley is locked today. A rope tied across the door. No sign. No warning. You touch the rope. It hums softly. You eat nothing. You do not feel hunger. The quartermaster appears just before midday. His face is different. No scars. No lines. His eyes are the same. He walks to the helm. He holds the wheel. The ship does not move. He smiles once. You look away. One man cleans his boots for hours. They never seem to shine. He does not stop. Another wraps a coin in cloth, then unwraps it. Again and again. The hatch remains nailed. A new mark has appeared beside it. A line. A curve. A second line. You do not recognize it. You do not try. You go below deck. The chair is gone. So is the lantern. The air is warmer. A light comes from nowhere. You turn to leave. You hear your name. Once. Soft. You do not stop. You climb quickly. The crew is gathered again, this time near the stern, looking outward, toward the horizon. You step beside them. A shape moves far away, low, wide, like a reef or a wall. It does not approach. It does not fade. The captain joins you. No coat, no hat. His eyes are wet. His lips press together. He raises one hand, then lowers it. The shape vanishes. You return to the mast. You tighten a rope. You test the anchor line. You clean a lantern. No one gives orders. No one needs to. Dinner is a flask passed from hand to hand. A clear liquid. Warm. Bitter. You drink once. It clears your throat. It clouds your thoughts. A man sings. The same note. Over and over. No melody. Just repetition. He stops after 17. You lie near the rail. The boards beneath you are dry. Clean. Smooth. You look up. The sky is blank. No stars. No clouds. Just gray. You breathe in. You taste iron. You do not sleep. You wait. And the sea remains. You do not rise. You simply sit. The morning does not arrive with light. It arrives with sound. A low groan from the ship's bones, like it stretched while no one watched. You stand. The air is still. The sky has color again. Pale blue. Washed. Almost white. The sea glows faintly. It reflects nothing. It just glows. You find your boots dry. Your coat folded. Your name stitched inside. You do not remember doing that. The crew walks slowly today, as if pulled by invisible thread. No one speaks. Each man focused on one task. Scraping, coiling, counting, tying. But nothing changes. The quartermaster marks lines on the rail with chalk. 12 in a row. One crosses them all. He wipes it away, then redraws it. You pass him. He nods. You nod back. The hatch is unmarked again. The nails remain. The wood looks fresh. No cracks, no wear. Like it was replaced. But you did not see it happen. A child's laugh echoes once. No child is aboard. You check the stern. The water behind the ship is dark. It trails the ship like smoke. It curves, even though you are not moving. The captain walks by. His boots leave no sound. His hands are clean. He looks at the horizon, then past it. You look too. Nothing. You hear knocking again. 3 times. Then silence. You do not react. Lunch is a cup of water and a flat piece of bread. No one hands it to you. You find it resting on a stool, still warm. It tastes like paper. The fog returns, only briefly, just enough to blur the mast. Then it leaves. A gull lands beside you. It hops once, then stands still. It stares without blinking. You stare back. It opens its beak. Inside, no tongue, just darkness. You walk away. A new man appears on deck. No one saw him arrive. He wears no shoes. His hair is long. He says nothing. He leans against the railing and carves lines into the wood. The captain does not stop him. You see a coin under your bunk. It is old, rusted, worn smooth. You pick it up. It is warm. You keep it. The sea begins to hiss. Not loud, just a steady breath. Like boiling water far below. You sit with the others. No one organizes it. You simply gather. Someone reads from a book without pages. The words come anyway. They sound like names, but not yours. You return to the rail. The stars return tonight. But they are red. Dinner is skipped. No one asks. No one notices. You lie near the mast. The lantern flickers blue, then steadies. You feel movement under the ship. Large, slow, as if something turned over. You hold your breath. You count to 10. You do not hear it again. You close your eyes, and the sea remains. The morning light arrives in color, pale gold, thin like dust. You open your eyes to it. You sit up slowly. You feel rested, but not restored. The deck is warm, the wood dry. The sails remain missing. The mast is darker than before, as if stained by memory. You rise. Your joints ache less. Your breath feels easier. You wonder if something has changed. The sea is calm. No glow today. Just depth. Endless. Flat. You walk toward the stern. A small bird rests there. It has no wings, only short feathers, where they might have been. It watches you. You do not approach. The crew is silent, but busy. Men clean railings, Polish brass, oil hinges. No one speaks. The ship gleams in strange places, while others gather dust. You help tie a rope. The knot you use is one you do not remember learning, but your hands know it. The captain paces, from helm to mast, back and again, his eyes fixed downward, his lips moving with no sound. The quartermaster does not appear. His chalk marks are gone, replaced with shallow carvings, thin grooves, 4 shapes, repeated. You do not touch them. You step below. The hold is brighter now, not from light. from absence of dark. The crates are back, reorganized, covered in netting, each marked with a symbol, not letters, not numbers. You do not lift the covers. A sound rises from beneath the floor. Dripping, not water, slower, heavier. You climb quickly. You find your cup waiting on the deck, filled, slightly steaming. You sip. It tastes like bark. It clears your throat. Another man hums, a different melody this time. Lively, familiar, but you cannot name it. The sea shimmers once in the distance. A ripple, then still. You hear someone reading again, near the bow. No book this time, just voice, steady, calm, a list of things that do not exist. You sit nearby. You listen. The man reading wears no shirt. His skin is covered in ink, lines and dots and spirals. None form words. When he finishes, he walks to the rail and drops a stone into the water. It does not splash. It simply disappears. Lunch is slices of root, raw, dry, flavorless. You eat slowly. You chew more than needed. The fog does not return. The hatch is gone now. Not closed. Gone. Replace it with smooth boards, seamless, polished, as if it was never there. No one mentions it. The sun lowers early. It does not set. It simply fades behind something not there. The crew gathers again, in silence. Some sit, some stand. All face forward. You join them. Nothing appears. Nothing happens. But you all stay until the stars return. They are white again. Dinner is a bowl of something soft, pale, warm. It fills your stomach without taste. The lanterns are brighter tonight. Yellow, almost cheerful. You lie down, not on the deck, in your hammock. For the first time in many nights, it sways gently. Your eyes close, and the sea remains. You wake without sound, without motion. You simply open your eyes. The rope around your wrist is untied. You do not remember tying it. The ship sways gently. The boards beneath you are warm. The air smells faintly of ash, but there is no fire. You stand. Your clothes are folded beside you, clean, dry. No dust, no salt, as if someone had washed them during the night. The deck is quiet, but not empty. The crew moves slowly, each man focused on something unclear. One polishes the mast without a cloth. Another oils a rope that no one uses. The captain is nowhere to be seen. The helm remains still. The wheel does not move. Even the breeze seems absent. You approach the rail. The water is calm, too calm. It reflects nothing, not the sky, not the ship, only itself. You look for your reflection. You find none. The galley is open. A pitcher sits on the table. 2 cups beside it. 1 wooden, 1 copper. No one drinks. You lift the wooden cup. It is empty, but it smells faintly of honey. You walk the deck. You listen to the wood creak beneath your boots. The sound does not echo. It sinks down into the ship, as if swallowed. You find a strange mark on the mast, an oval crossed with 3 lines. You trace it with your finger. The wood is colder at that spot. You find another mark just like it, near where the hatch used to be. A sailor bows to you. No words, just a look and a nod. You nod back. He walks into a fog that arrived without warning. A sound begins. Not loud, like a spoon striking glass. Steady, without pause. You cannot find the source. A black bird sits at the stern. It has only one eye. In its beak, a slip of paper. It drops it at your feet and flies away. The paper is blank. You pick it up. It is dry, scentless. You fold it and tuck it in your coat. Lunch is served without a word. A bowl of warm, white porridge. You taste nothing, but finish it all. One man laughs sharply. Just once. Then nothing. You see another toss something round over the side. A coin, perhaps. It does not fall into the sea. It vanishes just above the water. You lie beside a coil of rope. It seems to pulse faintly. You slide a few steps away. The sun does not set. It fades, as if it had never been, as if light itself gave up. The crew gathers at the mast. No one speaks. Someone breathes heavily. One by one, they descend below deck. No one returns. You remain. You look upward. The stars are back. Blue tonight, faintly blinking. One falls without a trail. You close your eyes. You do not sleep. You wait, and the sea remains. You wake before the light comes. The air is cool, damp. It clings to your skin. You sit upright. Your back aches. Your hands are clenched. You open them slowly. No one else is above deck. The sails are still gone. The mast stands bare. The rigging does not sway. The breeze is absent. The ocean is smooth. No waves, no sound. It stretches in all directions, perfectly flat, like a polished stone. You walk toward the helm. The wheel has cracked during the night. A single line splits it from top to bottom. No one speaks of it. You tie a knot you've tied before. You do not remember untying it. The rope is older than you recall. Gray, fraying, still strong. The galley is empty. The door hangs open. Inside, the table has been cleared. Not cleaned, just emptied. You find your cup on the floor, upright, half full. You sip. It tastes of wood and salt. A soft tapping comes from below, like fingers on a window pane. It goes on for minutes, then stops. You do not move. A sailor appears near the bow. You do not know his name. You've seen him for weeks, maybe months. He leans over the side. He drops a spoon into the water. It disappears instantly. No splash. You nod to him. He does not nod back. The quartermaster returns at midday. His hair is longer, his coat darker. He carries nothing. He speaks to no one. He walks the full length of the deck, then stands by the broken wheel. He stares out into the haze. You see something pass under the ship. A shadow, long, thin, silent. It does not rise again. Lunch is a fruit you do not recognize. Smooth skin, soft to the touch. When peeled, it smells of rain. You eat it whole. It leaves your hands sticky. The fog returns in layers, thin at first, then thicker, then thin again. Shapes form and vanish along the rail. None step aboard. You count the crew. Fewer now. No one is missing. But there are fewer. The captain's quarters are closed. The door is marked with 3 lines. Vertical. Uneven. Scratched in. You do not open it. You hear a song. From nowhere. From everywhere. A lullaby in a language you almost understand. You hum along until it fades. The light bends at sunset. Not red. Not gold. A soft green. Like moss under water, it reflects off nothing. Dinner is offered in silence. A bowl of warm broth. It tastes of stone and smoke. You drink slowly. It soothes your throat. No one speaks. You lie near the front of the ship. A spot you've never chosen before. The wood here is darker, softer. You look up. The sky is full again. Stars in patterns you cannot name. One shines brighter than the rest. It flickers, then steadies. You close your eyes. You feel something shift below. A change in the air, a deep sound without sound. You breathe once, and the sea remains. The light wakes you this time. It is soft, pale, without direction. The shadows are thin, almost gone. The deck feels level beneath you, as if the ship no longer floats but rests on something still. You rise slowly. Your knees creak. Your hands are stiff. You flex your fingers and look around. The crew is already moving. Quiet. Smooth. They do not speak. They do not gesture. Each one performs a task that no one asked them to do. You follow a man coiling a rope. He coils the same length again and again. When he finishes, he begins again. You nod to him. He does not look up. The water glows faintly today. Not from the sky. From below, a soft blue, almost white. You cannot see the bottom. You no longer try. You check the galley. A lantern burns inside, though no one lit it. The flame is still. The table has been set. 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 napkin. No food. You do not sit. You hear a knocking sound. Dull. Repeating. You trace it to a barrel against the wall. Inside, only water. Still, the sound continues. You walk away. The mast is wrapped in cloth. Pale strips, tied tightly. No one touches them. You do not know who placed them there. You see the captain near the helm. He does not move. His hands rest on the wheel. His coat is buttoned. His boots are clean. His face is turned away. You do not disturb him. A child's voice calls a name you do not recognize. Once. Then silence. You find a note nailed to the railing. The paper is blank. The nail is new. You leave it there. Lunch is served in wooden bowls. A soft, gray mash. No one eats together. You take your portion and find a place near the mast. It tastes like nothing. A crewman drops a mirror overboard. He watches it fall. There is no splash. He turns and walks away. The fog thickens again. For only a moment, in the center of it, a single light. Then gone. A gull lands on the rigging. It cries once. The sound echoes longer than it should. The hatch is back. The wood is older, weathered. The nails are gone. No one touches it. The quartermaster writes in a new book. The cover is red. The pages are thin. You see symbols, not letters. He does not hide it, but you do not read it. The sun fades early. The air grows colder. The sea still does not move. You sit beside the galley steps. You listen. Below, a faint rhythm, like footsteps. Then stillness. Dinner is fruit and bread. The bread is sweet. The fruit is bitter. You eat both without thought. The lanterns flicker green tonight, a soft glow, like moss in caves. You lie near the bow. You face the open water. It stretches like dark silk. You close your eyes. You hear whispers again, and the sea remains. You open your eyes to stillness. The ship no longer creaks. The wind has stopped. The sails remain missing, and no one mentions them anymore. You sit up. Your clothes feel heavier, as if they absorbed time in your sleep. The deck is unusually clean. No ropes left out. No scraps. No stains. Every board seems recently scrubbed, yet no one carries a brush. The crew stands at attention, silent, aligned along the starboard side, all looking outward. You join them. At first, you see nothing, only open water. Then a line appears, faint, a ripple, then flat again. No one reacts. You glance at the others. Their eyes are wide, their mouths closed. One man holds a pipe, but does not smoke. The captain is present again. He stands at the center of the line. He does not move. His eyes are closed. The quartermaster holds the red book. He does not write. He turns pages slowly. The wind does not move them. You step back. The line breaks. The men return to their duties, as if nothing passed. But the air feels changed. Denser, colder. You check your pocket. The folded paper from earlier is gone. You do not look for it. You approach the galley. The lantern is still burning, now brighter. The table is reset. 2 plates, 2 forks, 1 knife. The food is served, a slice of white root. A single coin rests beside it. You do not touch either. The spoon is gone from the barrel. The knocking has stopped. One man paints lines along the rail. Thin black strokes. All identical. All equidistant. He finishes, then tosses the brush into the sea. It floats for an hour before sinking without sound. The mast is uncovered. The cloth now lies folded at its base. Dry. Untouched. You place a hand on the wood. It is warm. The hatch is sealed again, with wax this time. Pale and cracked. A single symbol is pressed into it. Circular. Hollow at the center. No one speaks of it. Lunch arrives in silence. This time a broth. Clear. Salty. You drink it slowly. Each sip feels heavier than the last. A shadow passes overhead. No wings. Just shape. Then sky. The sky itself is different now. The clouds form letters you cannot read. They shift too quickly to remember. The captain stands at the helm, not touching the wheel, just watching it. His shadow stretches longer than his height. Someone cries, far below. The sound does not echo. It ends with a sharp breath. You gather near the lanterns. They glow orange tonight. the color of fire without heat. Dinner is a handful of dried leaves, bitter, dry. You chew them slowly. They dissolve into dust. A sailor drops a stone into the sea. This time it floats. He steps back and walks away. You rest near the captain's door. The markings are still there, now carved deeper. You run your fingers over them. They hum softly. The sky is nearly black. The stars do not appear. Only one light blinks on the horizon, then vanishes. You close your eyes. You hear no waves, and the sea remains. You wake to a new sound, a low hum, not from the ship, not from the sea. It comes from the air itself. It pulses in your chest. You rise slowly. Your body is heavier, your breath shorter. But the pain is gone. The deck is damp, not with water, with something finer, like mist that never fell. The crew is scattered today, each man in his own space. No one speaks. No one looks at anyone else. You see a man combing his hair beside the mast, over and over. His hair is clean. The comb is made of bone. The sails have returned, but they hang limp, pale gray, wrinkled like skin. They do not catch wind. They do not move. You touch the mast again. It is colder now. The fog rises again, slowly, only waist high. It clings to boots, to barrels, to ropes, then fades again. You check the galley. A third plate has been set. No utensils, no chair. A smear of something red lies across the wood. It does not shine. You close the door. You see the quartermaster drop his red book into the sea. It does not sink. It burns. Without flame. You do not speak. A voice says your name. Clearly. From behind. You turn. No one is there. Lunch is delivered in silence. A hard biscuit, cracked at the center. Inside, a sliver of glass. You do not eat it. One sailor walks to the bow. He holds a candle. He lights it. It stays lit against all logic. He watches the flame until it vanishes. The hatch has been painted black. The wax seal is gone. Now there is rope, wound tightly, knotted 30 times. You count each one. You return to your post. You tie a knot. It unravels on its own. You tie it again. It holds. The captain now wears no boots. His feet bare on the wood. His face is unreadable. His hands do not move. You follow a trail of coins along the deck. 5 in total. All old. Worn. Bent. None match. You leave them untouched. A bell rings once. No one reacts. The stars appear early tonight. All white. All perfectly spaced. You try to count them. You lose track. Dinner is served under lantern light. A bowl of water. 1 piece of fruit. Black skin. Red inside. Sweet. Sour. Cold. You eat it slowly. Your teeth ache. The sound returns. That low hum. Now stronger. Now near. The crew gathers once more. No words. No orders. Just movement. You all face the stern. The sea behind you is not the same. It curves. Not as water should. It arches upward, like glass melting in reverse. No one speaks. The light dims. The deck shifts. Only slightly. Just enough to feel, not to prove. You lie down near the helm. The wood is soft. damp. You look up. The sky blinks. You close your eyes, and the sea remains. You do not remember falling asleep. You only remember opening your eyes. The ship is silent, utterly silent. Not even the wood creaks. You sit up. The air is still, thicker than before. Breathing feels like drinking something warm and slow. The sky is no longer blue, nor black. It is gray, endless, without clouds, without sun. The horizon is gone. The crew stands in a circle at the center of the deck, not moving, not looking at one another. Each stares downward, at nothing. You walk toward them. They do not shift as you approach. In the center of their circle is a single object, a helmet, rusted, cracked, filled with water. No one touches it. No one speaks. The captain is at the helm again. His eyes are closed. His hands rest at his sides. His coat is torn down the back, revealing skin pale as ash. He does not move. The quartermaster is gone. His place is filled by an empty coat hung on the mast. It sways slightly, though there is no wind. You feel watched. You turn. Nothing there. You return to the galley. All chairs are overturned. The table is bare. The lantern still burns. But now it is upside down, hanging from nothing. You leave. The deck feels narrower now, as if the ship itself is curling inward. The hatch is gone again. Not sealed, not hidden, just gone. The floor where it once was is smooth, seamless. A sailor laughs once, a single breath of sound. Then silence. You find a coin in your boot. You don't know how it got there. It is perfectly round, cold, lighter than it should be. You toss it overboard. It never lands. Lunch is missed today. No food appears. No bowls. No gestures. No one minds. You sit against the rail. You trace the wood with your finger. The grain shifts as you touch it, like it breathes. The mast leans slightly now, barely noticeable, but enough that the ropes hang differently. The sails are torn again. No one repairs them. The captain's shadow is gone, though he still stands in place. A bird lands on the mast. It has no eyes. It opens its beak, but no sound comes out. You walk toward the bow. A small light glows ahead. Low, distant, red. It does not flicker. The crew begins to hum. Not in unison. Not in harmony. A dozen voices, each humming a different tone. It lasts 1 minute, then stops. You descend below deck. You find a room that was never there. It is empty, except for a mirror. You approach it. You see the ship behind you, but not yourself. You return to the deck. The light ahead grows brighter. It is not fire. It is not land, but it calls. The crew gathers again. No words, just stillness. The ship begins to move, slowly, silently, without wind. The sea parts in your wake. No waves, no trail, just space where you once were. Dinner is never served. The lanterns dim, then vanish. The stars blink, then fade. The sky becomes black again. A deep hum returns, louder now. It enters your chest. Your teeth ache. Your eyes blur. You sit. You breathe. And the sea remains. Thank you for sailing with us through the quiet tides of time. If sleep has found you somewhere along the way, let the sea carry your dreams gently onward. And if you're still with us, resting in the calm of the night, know that the stories of the past will always wait here for you. This was Sleepy History. May your night be peaceful, your rest deep, and your journey through dreams ever safe. Until next time.